relationship is perfect in the personal or business sphere. But for the most part, a good relationship makes you feel secure, happy, cared for, respected, and free to be yourself. On the other side of the coin are toxic relationships, the ones that make you feel drained, depleted, and sometimes even distraught.
Welcome to Pure Element 5. My name's Suzanne, and today's epiphany came from my own experience where
a toxic relationship can be one of the worst partnerships you may ever be involved in. And when you find yourself trapped in one, your entire life can be put on hold. Whether you're running a business, working with a partner, leading an organization, or managing a team, the last thing you need is a toxic relationship.
By the end of this video, you'll learn how to identify if you're in a toxic relationship, because if you are, it's like standing on broken glass. If you stay, it will keep hurting. If you leave, it will hurt initially, but eventually you will heal.
If you're on board with that, thank you. Please like and subscribe. And if you know anyone else who would benefit from this information, please share the video. Here is a checklist to help you recognize if you're in a toxic relationship. All take, no give. Any relationship in which you experience withdrawals of energy without deposits will leave you in the negative. Feeling drained. If instead of feeling happy and productive, you're always mentally, emotionally, and even physically drained, it's time to reevaluate. Lack of trust. A relationship without trust is like a car without petrol. You can stay in it for as long as you like, but it won't go anywhere. Hostile atmosphere. Constant anger is a sure sign of an unhealthy, toxic relationship. Hostility sends your stress levels into overdrive because it makes you feel unsafe. Constant judgment. In toxic relationships, criticism is not intended to be helpful, but rather to belittle. Persistent unreliability. Mutual reliability is important to building trust and is at the core of any good relationship. Loaded with negative energy. It's almost impossible for anything positive to come out of a relationship that is filled with negativity. Lack of communication. Without communication, there is no relationship. Period. Mutual avoidance. If you spend your time avoiding each other, that tells you all you need to know. Insufficient support. If you cannot turn to each other, is there any reason to be in a relationship? Control issues. If one person is in control or a constant tug of war is going on, you're probably spending too much energy navigating the relationship. Never-ending drama. Good relationships improve your life. They don't make it messier. Persistent self-betrayal. If you find yourself walking on eggshells or changing your opinions to please someone else, you are in a damaging relationship. Constant challenges. All relationships go through challenges, but good relationships work through them together. Feelings of unworthiness. One of the most insidious things toxic relationships do is that they leave you feeling like you don't deserve any better. Vibes of entrapment. Is the other person a positive force in your life, or are you there because you don't see any other way out? Always undermining. If a relationship can't be reassuring, it's failing a crucial test. Pretending to be happy. Smiles don't always mean that everything is okay. Packed with uncertainty. When nothing is sure or certain, forward movement feels impossible. Brimming with envy. Partners are never equal in all aspects, but that should be a source of strength, not a source of jealousy. Lacking autonomy. Anyone in any relationship should have the right to say no. Permeates victimhood. You can't move on to the future if you're tied to someone who's still stuck in the past. Diminishes your self-worth. When you're in a relationship with someone who doesn't acknowledge your value, it can be hard to see it yourself. Laced with dishonesty. Every lie between you undercuts a little bit of the relationship. Makes you unhappy. If someone is constantly making you unhappy, you owe it to yourself to let that person go. Feels uncomfortable. Sometimes your mind needs more time to discover what your heart already knows. Lowers your high standards. Toxic relationships will cause you to slowly begin to agree to what was once not acceptable. Cuts corners. Nothing that is ever really worth doing is worth cutting corners on. Do not accept anything that is second-rate. Filled with criticism. A non-stop barrage of criticism never helped anyone improved. It's not about making things better, but about boosting the critic's ego. Can't do anything right. If you can't do anything right, maybe it's the relationship that's all wrong. Relationships are important, and a toxic relationship can cost you dearly in time and energy that you could be putting to much better use. You must stay true to yourself and your values. Listen to your heart and be strong if you need to extricate yourself from a toxic relationship. When you find yourself in a toxic relationship or suspect that you might possibly be in one, it's time to understand it, then fix it or leave. If you thought this was pure engagement, please give us a thumbs up. And if you thought it was pure poo, feel free to give us a thumbs down. It helps us create the content you want to see. The links are down below if you want to catch us on other mediums, along with a link to our website so you can download our free ebook. Until we meet again, the essence of who you truly are is pure love. Go out and connect with someone and show them the love.